Hey everyone, welcome. Today we are diving into something super useful, a guide to setting up Dynatrace's Agentless Real User Monitoring. We're going to show you exactly how to get some seriously powerful insights into your app's performance, all without the usual headaches. Sound good? All right, let's jump right in. So let me ask you something. Do you ever wish you could just see what your users are doing on your site? Like really see it? But maybe the thought of deploying a whole backend agent just sounds like way too much work? If you're nodding your head right now, then yeah, you're in exactly the right place. Okay, so let's set the stage a little bit. We're going to start with what we'll call the monitoring challenge. This is all about the problem that, let's be honest, a ton of dev and ops teams run into when they try to figure out what's actually happening on the front end. You know, the old school way of doing this involved installing agents on all your servers, and that, well, it can be a real pain. We're talking complex setups, waiting forever for change management approvals, and just one more thing you have to maintain. It's a huge hurdle, right? Especially when all you want to know is something simple like, hey, why are people leaving their shopping carts full? Or is this new feature even working for them? But what if there was a better way, a simpler way? Well, there is, and it's called Agentless Real User Monitoring, or RUM for short. This is the answer we've been looking for. So what is this thing, this agentless RUM? Honestly, the idea behind it is brilliant because it's so simple. Instead of some massive backend installation, you just, and get this, add a tiny little JavaScript snippet to your app's front end. That's it. I'm serious, that's literally it. And that one little change, it opens up a whole world of data about what your users are actually doing. Which brings us to the main event, the real meat of this explainer. We're going to walk through the practical 5-step setup to get this up and running on your own web app. We're kicking things off with the two most important steps. First, we need to create the web application inside Dynatrace. And second, we're going to insert the RUM JavaScript code that Dynatrace gives us. Pretty straightforward, right? All right, let's break down step 1. So you're going to pop into your Dynatrace environment and head straight for the Dynatrace hub. Once you're there, you're looking for an option that says Web Application Monitoring via Manual Insertion. Just add your web app and boom, Dynatrace works its magic and spits out a custom JavaScript snippet just for you. Okay, on to step 2. You're going to take that little snippet of code you just got and you're going to paste it right into the head section of your site's HTML. Now listen up, because this is super important. You have to do this for every single page you want to keep an eye on. Why? Because that's the only way you're going to get that full, complete picture of a user's entire journey from start to finish. Now, here's a really crucial point. If there's one thing you need to get right, it's this. Where you place that script matters a lot. For the absolute best, most accurate data, that snippet needs to be the very first script that runs on the page. Think about it. That way, Dynatrace can catch everything, from the very first millisecond of page load to any weird errors that might pop up before other scripts even get a chance to do their thing. All right, so your code is in place. Awesome. Now it's time for step 3, configuring the advanced monitoring settings. This is where you get to tweak things and really tailor the monitoring to your app. And right away, you've got a big choice to make. How do you want to load this script? You've got two main options. First is asynchronous loading. This is fantastic for your page's performance because it doesn't block anything else from loading. The other option is synchronous loading. This one might add a tiny fraction of a second to your load time, but the trade-off is huge. It guarantees you capture every single piece of data. So it really boils down to what's more important to you at this moment, raw speed or getting absolutely all the data. And the cool part is, the customization doesn't even stop there. You can go deeper, you can inline the JavaScript right into your HTML, or you can get really granular and set up custom rules to monitor, say, only users from a certain country, or just watch what happens on your checkout page. The level of detail you can get is pretty amazing. So you're all set up and configured. What's next? Well, we've got to make sure it actually worked, right? It's time for configuration and validation. Step 4 is the fun part, validating our work. It's super easy. Just hop back over to your Dynatrace dashboard, go to the Web Applications section, and you should start seeing live user data trickling in. And here's the best way to test it yourself. Open your website in another tab, click around a few pages, and then go back to Dynatrace and watch your very own session pop up in real time. It's pretty cool to see. Okay, so you see your data flowing in. You've done it. The setup is complete. Now for the most important part. What was all this for? What are the rewards? What do you get out of this? Let me tell you, the payoff is massive. You now have full, completely unfiltered visibility into how real people are interacting with your application. We're talking about the power to find that one broken checkout button that only messes up for people on a specific browser, or spotting that slow API call that's making all your mobile users want to throw their phones. This is the kind of stuff you can now see, and you can fix it proactively, often before your users even have a chance to complain. But hey, we're not done just yet. The initial setup is one thing, but the real power comes from making this a long-term habit. So our final step, step 5, is all about optimizing and maintaining your monitoring for the long haul. So for long-term success, here are some pro tips. You can enable session replay, which is basically like getting a video of what your users did, perfect for deep dive analysis. Always keep that JavaScript snippet updated to the latest version. And for the real pros out there, you can even use the Dynatrace APIs to completely automate all of this right inside your CI/CD pipelines. So if you walk away with just one thing today, I want it to be this. You can get incredibly powerful, actionable insights into your user experience, all without ever having to touch your backend infrastructure. It's a pure front-end solution to what used to be a complicated, full-stack problem. And there you have it. That's the whole guide. So I guess the only question left to ask is, are you ready to stop guessing and finally start seeing your website through your users' eyes?